Married at First Sight, 4 key moments from The Rope, The Feather and the Bidet. Recap. Married at First Sight Season 16 couples are getting some expert advice in the latest episode, The Rope, The Feather and the Bidet, which sees Dr. Pia return to help the newlyweds with intimacy. While one couple almost reaches a breaking point, another finds hope within a steamy exercise. Below, we're breaking down all of the key moments and drama unfolding in the latest installment of Lifetime's hit, so beware of spoilers ahead. Silly household activities. Nicole kicks things off with a fun task alongside hubby Chris as she asks him to help install a bidet onto their toilet. One at a time, they test the device and share in a laugh over the absurdity of the situation. Dr. Pia's house visits. Expert Dr. Pia makes house calls, stopping by each couple's apartment for a conversation about intimacy. First up are Gina and Clint, who, although they're growing closer together, still lack sexual attraction for each other. During the chat, Dr. Pia learns that scents trigger the couple and suggests they use those tools to help build a sexy atmosphere without expecting sex. Following them are Jasmine and Aries, who remain completely disconnected from her, complaining that there's a friend zone barrier in their relationship. While they're both able to admit that there have been no deep conversations in their marriage, Jasmine says he's becoming more guarded than she was at the beginning of the union, and they discover that Aries will need Jasmine to initiate intimacy if they want to move forward. While Dr. Pia is the first to acknowledge that Nicole and Chris are doing fine in the intimacy department, the expert takes a moment to address Nicole's insecurities. She asks her about foreplay and notes that it's okay to ask for things in her relationship that she may have previously avoided in prior situations. It leads to an emotional breakthrough as Chris remains supportive by her side. As for Shaquille and Kirsten, they discuss their improvements, but the expert notes that they can't always be in control when it comes to power. Pushing them to share their favorite attractive qualities of each other so far, Kirsten acknowledges her husband's strength, but pauses when Dr. Pia asks if she thinks Shaquille is masculine. The revealing exchange leads Shaquille to call out that he believes Kirsten expects a version of her dad when it comes to masculinity. Sexing things up. Per Dr. Pia's advice, couples partake in different exercises and activities to promote marriage intimacy. While Clint and Gina light candles and practice sexy therapy involving feathers and hairbrushes, they answer questions about sex. As for Shaquille and Kristen, they put on blindfolds for a steamy experience involving ropes in which he ties her up. The activity forces her to realize she has to relinquish control sometimes, but it doesn't exactly put him in a happy mood. While Nicole and Chris take inventory of their box of sex toys gifted by the experts, they agree that they'll try some things, but ultimately they're happy with where they're at. Aries and Jasmine try and connect over meal prep, but their lack of intimacy continues to take a toll. Catching up. The men caught up at First Horizon Park, where they partook in some batting exercises while discussing their current statuses. While Chris tells them about his and Nicole's intense intimacy, he does note that she had a big breakthrough in self-respect issues. Shaquille tells the guys that his relationship with Kirsten is improving, and Aries asks Clint about his situation with Gina, which he's undoubtedly challenged by, but taking in stride. Meanwhile, the women catch up during a cocktail-making class where Nicole tells the brides that Chris needs to push her to open up about certain things more. Kirsten asks Jasmine about the Aries situation, to which she offers little information. And Kristen tells the ladies she's ready to get intimate with Shaquille. Will any of these things come to fruition? Find out as Married at First Sight continues on Lifetime. Please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.